the Spartans of Williamsville North versus your very own Falcons out Frontier. Please be advised that New York state law prohibits the use of tobacco products by all persons regardless of age within school buildings and on school grounds. Both teams. I think there's a light switch here. Is there? Right on. Spectators from Williamsville North High School introduce the Spartans starting defensive lineup. Wearing number 22, Davion Furby. Wearing number 13, Jake Folster. Wearing number 14, Kendall Donovan. Wearing number 26, Mike Catherine Zarro. Number 52, Evan Brophy. Number 37, Maliko Kamaka. Number 47, Ryder Mule. Number 18, Bill Prenavow. Number 50, Jake Bruno. Number 78, Ethan Sternheim. And number 42, Frank Tomorrow. Head coach for the Spartan, Mr. Mike Mamalidi. Assistant coaches, Mr. Ron Lutters, Mr. Paul Palazet, and Mr. Chad Steinwitz. And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing the starting offense for your very own Frontier Falcons. Wearing number 59, Ryan Bednaz. Wearing number 34, Hayden Carter. Wearing number 15, Matthew Cisnewski. Wearing number 21, Sean Gallagher. Wearing number 50, Conrad Christen. Wearing number 60, Riley Lepsch. Wearing Wearing number 66, Drew Massio. Wearing number 10, Vinny Monaco. Wearing number 86, Tyler Nagel. Wearing number 63, Zachary Reed. And wearing number 1, Conrad Ring. The Falcons are coached by head coach Mr. Rich Gray, assisted by Mr. Joe Fasciana, Mr. Mark Privateer, Mr. James Steffen, Mr. Terry Ostrander, and Mr. Mike Morlock. Athletic trainer for tonight's contest, Miss Katie Miller. Time, I ask that you stand, remove your hats, and join together as we honor Mr. Dick Gallagher. Ladies and gentlemen, players, coaches, and officials, Section 6 football lost a legend during the off-season with the passing of Mr. Dick Gallagher. Mr. Gallagher devoted his life to helping young men and women in Western New York through his work with the Kids Escaping Drugs program. His passion for high school football was evident by the countless hours he put into each year to recognize the accomplishments of our student athletes. No one person did more to promote high school football in Western New York. His efforts alone have created a lifetime of memories for families throughout the Western New York region. His selflessness and commitment to young people have set a high bar for all others to follow. Mr. Dick Gallagher will forever be missed, but never forgotten. Rest in peace, Dick. Please join me with a moment of silence. Thank you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the playing of our national anthem. The New York State Public High School Athletic Association requires officials to enforce all sportsmanship rules for athletes and coaches. They will not tolerate negative statements or actions between opposing players, especially trash talking, taunting, or baiting of opponents. If such comments are or action seen, a penalty will be assessed immediately. They have been instructed not to issue warning. Let tonight's contest reflect mutual respect.
Welcome to Frontier High School for tonight's game between the host Falcons and the Spartans of Williamsville North. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince. Doubleheader day for both of us, Tom.
Absolutely.
I was at Kenmore West. The Kenmore West team beat McKinley 20-18, and you were at the Maryvale game, correct?
Maryvale, Dunkirk, and we both witnessed two fantastic games as they came right down to the end.
Well, darkness beginning to fall here at Frontier on this gorgeous turf field. The Williamsville North Spartans on the far side in the white uniforms, green helmets, and green numerals with black trim. And Frontier in their blue pants, darker blue jerseys, and white numerals with the blue helmets. The captains are heading out toward midfield for the toss of the coin. Do you happen to have any other final scores from today that we can share? And if you don't, that's okay. We'll get to them.
No, we can absolutely go through a bunch of them. But this is the inaugural game. This is the first game on this field.
This is the first game. I didn't
Yes.
realize that. Well,
So-
it's gorgeous.
Oh, this is a fantastic field, and I know they've been itching to get some football out on this field and can't wait to see it today. And I'm going to tell you, this may be one of the most underrated teams here in Western New York as we talk about, as people do not realize how good this team Frontier is going to be. As those JV teams have been getting really strong underneath them, they're ready to have their debut now on the varsity.
Well, we'll find out just exactly how it's going to play out. And let's see.
So here's some of those finals you were looking for. We actually had Clarence win 52-10 over Niagara Falls. We had Akron win 21-7 over Franklinville-Ellicottville. We had West Seneca West win 56-13 today, and we had a 6-touchdown performance in that game. We had Maritime beat Old. Well, Maritime was up 30-0 midway through the third quarter. Was my last update on that one. Let's see here. Final, Depew 28-0 over Lakeshore today. At the game I was at, Dunkirk and Maryvale, that game ended up being 20-14, where Maryvale won that game. Your game, which went live today, which finished today, was Ken West winning 20-18. Listen to this finish, everyone. With 1.8 seconds left, McKinley scores on their fourth down to actually bring it to 20-18, but then missed the 2-point conversion. Ken West walks out with the win.
All right, we're getting set for the kickoff here. Frontier will receive. They will attack the goal to our left. Williamsville North will kick off toward the end zone to our right. Sean Gallagher, one of the deep men for Frontier, along with Vinny Monaco. So Williamsville North about to kick it off. Max Obi will kick it off for the Spartans. And we're underway. The kick will be taken by Monaco at the 10, out to the 20, goes to the far side, running down the sideline, and he'll finally be brought down just shy of the Frontier 40-yard line. There's the flag.
I was waiting for that.
And so was I. There was a shove on the far side. It looked like a Frontier. I couldn't tell you who shoved who, but you saw the arm go out in a shove. Was that a Frontier player shoved a North player or vice versa?
It was one that led to another, which led to another. So it's never one that normally it happens there. It was multiple there, but the call is going to go against Will North, though.
So right off the opening kickoff, the Spartans will back up. So it's a personal foul, I believe, and that'll bring the ball out, perhaps on the other side of midfield. So the referee now coming to us. Personal foul against North. That will take the ball into Spartans territory. They'll spot it at the North 47-yard line. So Frontier gets great field position after a good return and the 15-yard penalty. Matthew Suzuki at quarterback for Frontier. There's a handoff up the middle. A short gain for Frontier. It'll be second down.
This game's already got a tone, which is like you could tell these teams have been itching to play some football, and it's already got the tone that this is going to be one of those smash-mouth football games.
Never a bad thing to see a little smash-mouth football.
That's a Dick Gallagher quote.
Yes,
too.
yeah. Well, he was honored again before the game, and that will happen all season long. And they'll try and run it up the middle again, and there's no room there. So maybe a short gain by Sean Gallagher for Frontier, and that'll bring up third down. The third down from the 43-yard line, 3rd and 6 from the North 43-yard line.
So far, right now, Will North actually clogging that middle up, doing a very great job with their defensive line right now to be able to stop the running for Frontier.
Third down. Suzuki pitches it to Gallagher, coming to the near side. Good run. He's got plenty of room to run. He's inside the 30, down to the 20, and finally ridden out of bounds at about the 12-yard line. Big run there by Sean Gallagher for Frontier, and they're inside the 15-yard line, 1st and 10.
Great job. So what do? 2 clogs up right up the middle. They go to the outside, get to the outside, out to that sideline, and took off. And Gallagher has huge yards right there as Frontier now gets down into the red zone.
He had a nice hole to cut through. He went up the middle and cut it to the outside, as you said. 1st and 10 from the 12-yard line for the Falcons. Suzuki hands it off to the first back. A short gain. Be second down.
So again, that was that one run up the middle. You can see is they're just kind of, it's almost like a setup play, right?
Yes.
Keep getting that middle, keep getting the middle. It's okay, get 2-3 yards, and then boom, they're going to bust one when they look to go to that outside.
There's a pitch to Monaco on the far side, and he's going to be tackled for a loss, thrown back by the Spartans. They tried to get him to run around the far side, and the Spartans sniffed that one out and threw him for a loss.
Jake Bruno right there, number 44, the senior defensive lineman, 6'4", 232-pounder, makes the big play and the big stop on that one.
So it'll bring up a 3rd down and 11 from the 10-yard line. Excuse me, that's got to be the 12-yard line. 3rd and 11 from the 13. I got to learn to wait till the scoreboard gets it.
I get you.
Thank you. So 3rd and 11 from the 13 for Frontier. Suzuki takes the snap, rolls to the near side, looking to throw it. The lefty throws it, caught, touchdown! Great catch in the corner of the end zone by Conrad Ring.
He literally kept that feet in bounds and be able to make that catch right on the line. I mean, he didn't have any room for a miss there at all. What a great job by Ring as he stays in bound and gets himself and his team the touchdown.
That was an NFL-type wide receiver play. He was able to keep both feet in. That was tough. Great catch, great throw. And now Frontier will send out their kicker, Austin Lippert, for the extra point. And if he makes it, it'll be the first extra point made that I've seen all day. Kick is up. And it's good. So it's 7-0 Frontier with 9:03 to play in the first quarter. So Frontier takes the opening kickoff, drives down the field, and takes the lead. I was watching Lippert kick before the game. He's got a huge leg. He's a junior, a defensive back, and a quarterback with a huge, huge leg. He was booming him from out there, Tom. I don't know if you saw that or not.
I did, but this is so funny that you said that was the first extra point you saw because in my game I didn't see any either, which is so funny that you said that. It was all 2-point conversions that went for, and we saw the same exact thing as you did, which is hilarious that was your quote, and then boom, I experienced the same thing, and look at what we see.
So now Frontier will kick it off to the Spartans with the 7-0 lead.
So we do have another final to report as Clymer Sherman Panama had won 33-0 over Springville today.
Well, speaking of Clymer, which used to be just Clymer, best high school football player I've ever seen, Jehu Kalkrick from Clymer. Class D school, and he dominated everybody. Played at Michigan State, had some time in the NFL with the Jets and the Bills, and maybe among some others as well.
So big start here for Frontier, right? Gets off to the start they wanted, helped by a huge penalty. Look at that, 15 yards, put him into Will North area, and then there they went. They went right down, take it down. This is a triple option that you're seeing them run. They're going to run the ball. They're going to do it often, and then as you think they're going to run a ball, boom, there's a pass, and then they pass it for a touchdown. Wow, this Frontier team looks very good to start the season off.
So Lippert will kick it off. Kendall Donovan, one of the deep men, along with, I believe, that's Marco Cerny. And there's the kick. He boomed it. He's not going to catch that. That will be a touchback. No doubt about that.
Yeah, Lippert's got a leg. There's no doubt about it. And I'm going to tell you, that's going to be good when you can say, anytime I can do a kickoff, I'm going to make sure you can't run the ball out. It's going to go to the 20-yard line. Boy, that's a big advantage for your team.
And a lot of high school teams don't have kickers with any range. And from that kick, you can see he's got some significant range for a high school kicker.
And some don't even have kickers, never mind with
right.
range.
Yeah,
right?
you and I both saw that earlier today. Antonio Serdoni, the quarterback for North. He's a 5'10 senior. He'll hand it off to Donovan, who goes on the far side, and he'll gain about 4 or 5 yards on first down. So that'll bring up a second down for the Spartans.
Looks like on the tackle was number 50, Conrad Krizistin, the defensive lineman, 6'1", 240, junior.
And no, I did have a chance to speak to Coach Gray, so it's pronounced Christen.
I apologize.
No, that's okay.
I apologize.
He's going to make a lot of people cry
absolutely.
with that.
Absolutely. Christen. So there we go. Thanks for the correction, though, so I appreciate that.
2nd and 7 from the 23. Donovan gets the football, and some good hard running there. Barreling forward. He's got a first down and a couple of yards. That's great running there by Kendall Donovan.
You know what the key to that was, though, Stu? Never stop the legs. You saw them constantly moving. Even when he got hit, those legs kept moving, and he actually turns nothing into something.
Good hard running here. 8:10 to go, first quarter. 7-0 Frontier. The season opener for both these teams. And there's a handoff, and coming to the near side and gaining maybe 3 yards is Ben Carr, sophomore running back for the Spartans. That'll bring the ball out to the 39-yard line, where it'll be second down.
It looks like they're going to see how they call in their plays over at Will North. They're using symbols and numbers and different ways to be able to get their plays into their players.
Serdoni out of the shotgun. Takes the snap. Hands it off to the first back through, and he gets buried. No gain there.
Jack Novak, the junior linebacker, 5'9", 205-pounder, was in on that one.
Davion Furby got the carry. No gain there. And that'll bring up third down. 3rd and 3 from the 41-yard line for the Spartans. Frank Tomorrow split out wide to the near side of the field for North. See if he's one of Serdoni's favorite targets. Rolling to the left is Serdoni. He's on the move. He's going to throw it. It's caught on the other side of the 50-yard line. That'll be a first down for North, and they're into Frontier territory. First down, catch by Bill Prenovo, I believe, number 18.
And you saw he makes something there because it looks like he was getting tracked
Yeah.
down. You thought it was going to be a sack there for a minute, and he makes a great pass right there as it gets his team a first down.
Conrad Christen putting big-time pressure on, chasing Sardoni to the far side of the field. So it's 1st and 10 North on the Frontier 49-yard line. They trail 7-0. Rich Gray, the head coach for Frontier, Mike Mamaliti, the head coach for North, now in his 20th season. And there's the handoff to Donovan on the far side. Is at the 45, still on his feet, fighting for yardage. Gets to about the 40-yard line, short of the first down, but a good first down run.
Both teams seem to be having some success running the ball to the edges. Getting the ball to the outside, running the ball to the edges early seem to be where the success has been running the ball.
And you know what you can tell, and I think you'll agree, Tom, it's a really physical game. These two teams are getting after it.
Oh, they're both. You can see they are pumped to play out here, and it is absolutely evident out there in the field.
Sardoni gets it to Donovan, trying to turn the corner on the near side. He'll get knocked out of bounds at about the 33-yard line, and that should be good for a North first down. So Frontier is having their hands full with Kendall Donovan as the chains will move. A lot of players on the sideline getting knocked over when the collision happened on the field, so stay on your toes out there.
I think that was Coach Gray who almost got knocked down there, too.
Okay. Well, he played football, didn't he? So he's used to it then.
Springfield College.
Coach Gray, also the athletic director here at Frontier.
1st and 10 at the 34 for the Spartans, trailing 7-0, 4:59 to play, first quarter. Sardoni awaits the snap, and this time he'll keep it himself. Going to the far side, there's a flag comes out. He gained 2 or 3 yards. That flag might have been in the territory of holding.
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say, too. I think that's exactly what it is.
Well,
And then when you got the
there it is, it's holding.
And when you see the Will North player talking to the ref, it's getting you a feel that it's going to go their way.
Yeah, I wasn't fooled by the Frontier player pointing that way because, they're always going to point that way.
Or a turnover. They're always pointing, it's ours, especially when they're fighting over for the ball.
Right. So they'll back up the Spartans. It'll still be first down. It's a whole the referee pointed to Frontier at first, and then he corrected himself and pointed to the Spartans. So the ball comes all the way back out to the Frontier 43-yard line.
And they've been moving the ball real nice, so you would hate to see one penalty to ruin this, but they've been moving the ball very nice by running the ball with one key pass that was in there. But both teams running the ball nice. The clock has really been moving, and we're already down to 4:40 right now.
I hope you didn't just jinx us. He's going to throw it again, Sardoni. On the move at the 40, at the 35, inside the 30. Good run there by Sardoni, the quarterback. Picked up a big chunk of yardage there after they got hurt by the penalty. He got most of it back.
Yeah, got most of it back in a little bit more, as it's now only going to be 2nd and 6, it looks like.
From the 30-yard line of Frontier. Falcons scored on a Suzuki to Conrad Ring touchdown, and now North trying to answer. Sardoni has his team at the 30-yard line, 2nd and 6. And a little double handoff there, and on the far side, still on his feet, barreling through tacklers all the way down practically to the 10-yard line is Ben Carr. Great run there. Boy, he put his head down and said, "You're not going to stop me." Looked like Earl Campbell there.
He wasn't going to be stopped. He really fought for every one of those yards and got the first down and more on that play. Great run. I'm going to tell you, they have multiple guys that can run the ball. You know what I mean? We've seen it come from different attacks. This is a huge running team right now. We've seen it from multiple guys. You even got a quarterback to connect as a running back out there, too.
Yeah, and we saw a couple of guys the other night at South UNI that could run as quarterback. So takes it down to the 12-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Spartans. There's the snap. The handoff to Donovan, and he will not get the first down. Looked like he got maybe 4 yards. Frontier, one of the players is pointing and saying, that's our ball.
The ball may have come out there at the end. It's tougher where we can see from this angle, but no matter what, you could saw the ref, he pointed down to the ground saying that he was down.
And like we said, the player is always going to point in the opposite direction. Always.
Listen, when you're down in that range, you're absolutely going to do everything you can to help your team. We saw a fumble on the literally half-yard line that Maryville got, and Dunkirk was trying to go in for the score.
Second down. Sardoni takes the snap, tucks it in, is going to run himself, coming to the near side. One man to beat. He's shoved out of bounds inside the 5 at about the 2-yard line. Antonio Sardoni. Good run there, and he can run too. You're right.
He had a nice stiff arm right there, and that he did to almost be able to turn the corner, but couldn't get that turn right on the edge to try to turn the corner and go in for a touchdown.
So it'll be third down. They can still get a first down. Less than 3 minutes to play in the first quarter.
You almost wonder if this is going to be a quarterback sneak and try to get it.
We'll see. I'm going to say that, the ball hit the turf. Who's got the football? Ball is loose. Frontier says they have it. Wait for the man in the white hat. Let's see. Either way, it looks like North is not getting in the end zone on that play. Frontier football. So the Falcons force a fumble and they recover it, and Will North is stopped inside the 5.
So exactly what we thought was going to happen, right? They were going to quarterback sneak it. The exchange gets dropped, and then here you go. Frontier now gets a chance to take over as Will North looked like they were going to go in and try to tie this ball game up. Boy, big stop right here. Frontier gets a chance now to go 97 yards. It looks like it's on a 3-yard line right now, 97 yards to try to score and turn this into a 14-0 game.
Suzuki brings him out of the huddle. And running up the middle and gaining some good yards up there. Good hard run there. Good push by the offensive line for Frontier.
So we have our first Final Four team booked as number 1 Baylor routs number 2 Houston 78-59.
Well, where was that Houston defense that shut down our Syracuse squad?
I don't know, man. I wanted Syracuse there like you did.
That's right. 2nd and 5 from the 8-yard line. And coming to the near side, nice, good, hard running there and out beyond the 20-yard line for a first down. I got to find the numbers. This roster is not in numerical order. Number 34, Carter Hayden, with the big run there for the first down. It'll be 1st and 10 for Frontier.
So we have our first score update that's going on tonight as Fredonia takes a 6-0 lead over Southwestern. Missed the extra point, but it's a 6-0 lead right now Fredonia has.
Well, now I have a roster, thank you, sir, that has the numbers in numeric order. Big help. 1st and 10 Frontier from their own 23-yard line. This drive started at their own 3-yard line. Handoff and more good running by Frontier. They get it out across the 25-yard line.
We've definitely seen physical running backs on both sides of the ball today, right? Both running backs, or all the running backs, should say both, because we've seen multiple guys run the ball for both teams, just being real physical and really getting those yards after the first hit.
So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 27. Suzuki under center. And he'll hand it off, and short of the first down. Coming out of the pile. I believe that was Hayden Carter, senior fullback.
Coming out of the end of the first quarter, clicking down, 45 seconds left.
Now, they should get at least one more play in. 3rd and 3 from the 31 for Frontier. Suzuki hands it off to Carter, and he's got a first down. He's out beyond the 35-yard line to about the 37-yard line. So they'll move the chains. And we'll see if they get another play off here. The Frontier team heading toward the sideline, so that may be the last play. I'm going to say that will be the last play of the first quarter. 15 seconds, and obviously they don't have enough time left so that they would take a penalty or the team wouldn't have come over to the sideline. So at the end of one quarter, it's Frontier 7 and Williamsville North nothing. We'll take a break and be back with the second quarter after this.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you call on the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees.
1st and 10 Frontier at their own 37-yard line as the second quarter gets underway. Suzuki looks to pass. He throws downfield. Caught. Wide open. Going to go all the way for the touchdown. Vinny Monaco. A 63-yard touchdown play, and Frontier takes a 13-0 lead. Monaco beat everybody. He was wide open and just outran the Spartans for the Falcons' second touchdown of the day.
That's how to start off a second quarter right there. I'll tell you that. One play, boom. All right, we got a 13-0 lead now. This Frontier team is for real, everybody. They are going to come out. They're making a statement. Watch out, AA class. Frontier is here.
Austin Lippert will look to add his second extra point of the day. Snap is a little high. The kick is up, and it looks good from here. And with 11:50 to play in the second quarter, it's 14-0 Frontier. Austin Lippert hasn't had the chance to really show off his leg just yet, although he did on the one kickoff. And we'll see if he gets his chance to show it off as a field goal kicker. His brother played here at Frontier, and he's now starting as a freshman for Mercyhurst, D2 school in the PSAC in Erie, Pennsylvania. When I lived in Erie, PA, neither Gannon nor Mercyhurst had football teams. When I was leaving Erie, Mercyhurst had just started its football program. It goes back to, I left Erie in 1984. Wow. Yeah, so.
See, I was waiting if you were actually going to give us the year. Just say
What did you just say about recycled teenagers? We're not getting older. We're just recycled teenagers. All of us sitting here in the press box at Frontier's beautiful new field.
But, boy, I'll tell you, this is a great statement right now for Frontier to literally go 97 yards right now to have a big turnover down on the 3-yard line for Will North. Comes back, then goes 97 yards for a touchdown. This offense is is on all cylinders right now. And not only that, we saw the run, right? We know they can run the ball, but because they're running the ball so effective, it sets up that one big pass play. Because when you keep running the ball like that, what do teams do? They start stacking the box, get more people in the box, opens up that opportunity for the pass. There you go. Hits his man right in stride, and boom, there's a touchdown right there.
So Lippert will come out and kick it off. Donovan back deep on the far side at about the 10-yard line. Davion Furby, the other deep man, he'll take it at the 12-yard line, go to the far side, and he hesitated to run a little bit, cut it upfield, and got out beyond the 25-yard line to about the 27-yard line where the Spartans will have their second possession, 1st and 10.
We may have had a first today. I just see that down at Southwestern, they kicked a field goal down there. I think that's the first I've heard of the day, as Nevis Hoos hits a 21-yard field goal for Southwestern to bring that score 6-3 in favor of Fredonia.
I'm pretty sure he had at least one or two big brothers who played for Southwestern.
Yeah.
Tyler Hoos, I think, might have been his name. I'm not 100% certain. So Cedrone back in the shotgun. And he will hand it off to Donovan. Donovan on the far side. Some good hard running there. Got about 3 yards on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
I think this is an important drive here for Will North. I don't think Will North can go down here and not put points up on the board. They've got to do something to make sure that they can keep this game close so that Frontier doesn't put this game away with another score.
Well, you and I did an Orchard Park Williamsville North basketball game at Orchard Park, and Williamsville North really struggled that night. And it was a lopsided game, so hopefully this is a little bit more entertaining than a lopsided game, put it that way. Cedrone awaits the snap, and he'll hand it off to Donovan. Donovan, he's got a first down, still on his feet, battling hard across the 45-yard line for a Spartans first down. Kendall Donovan racking up some pretty good numbers here for the Spartans. Donovan, a running back and linebacker. 6 feet, 187-pound sophomore. That's impressive when you're doing that as a sophomore.
We've seen a lot of younger athletes really stepping up right now in this football season. I just came from Maryville. We saw Dalton Harper, sophomore, linebacker, running back we just saw. We're seeing it here again, right? We saw it at Bennett, freshman running back, sophomore quarterback.
And here's the pitch to Donovan on the near side. Donovan took a big stick but carried on, got out to about midfield, brought down by Jack Novak for Frontier.
He's got a couple big tackles already. Novak looks very good out there defensively.
That'll make it 2nd and 6 from the right at midfield, from the midfield stripe. Brand new field here at Frontier. Beautiful turf field. Donovan, the workhorse for Will North so far. And they'll use somebody else, and getting about 2 yards that time. They faked it to Donovan and gave it to...
I actually think it was a reverse. It was a handoff there. It was one of those reverses is what it was.
So was that Ben Troutwine? No, it's 22. That's Derby.
No, Clayton Drudeeds?
No, Davion Furby.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was
22.
looking at Frontier.
I know. I do that.
I apologize.
That's okay. I do that all the time too. So what I try to do is I treat the home team on the right, visitor on the left, and I still screw it up. So no reason to feel bad about that. It looks like Sean Gallagher getting a little work done on him at the Frontier 48-yard line. Down after that play. To the best of my knowledge, Sean is not related to the late great Mr. Dick Gallagher. Just shares the last name. And again, a beautiful moment of silence for Mr. Gallagher will be done before every high school game this year. Happened at Kenmore West, happened here tonight at Frontier and at Will South and at Maryvale. And all throughout Western New York to honor the late, great Mr. Gallagher. And
Yeah, and every time I hear it, it brings a tear to my eye every single time. It really does.
I know.
I mean, you know what I thought of Dick. You know how close he was to both of us. A good friend, somebody who I truly miss. I miss my conversations with him. I miss talking football with him. I miss my weekly phone call with him. I miss my lunches at Chef's with him. Those were the best. I had to go to Chef's with him. You really did. It was one of the best times you did, and one of his favorite places to go.
3rd and 4 for North from the Frontier 48-yard line. There's a handoff, and there goes Donovan again, and he's got a first down on the far side. Kendall Donovan doing some great running, and he gets the Spartans a first down.
He has just been a workhorse. He really is. I'm going to tell you, he is taking on a lot of the running right now, and he has been very effective running the ball.
He's got to be close to double-digit carries already, if he's not over.
He's going to run for easily over 100 yards today, especially the way he's going.
Antonio Cedrone out of the shotgun. First down and 10. Cedrone back to pass. The whistles blow as the flags fly.
It's going to be a false start.
So it looks like the Spartans will be backing up 5. There it is, illegal procedure against Williamsville North. That'll make it 1st and 15. Well, in my game earlier today, McKinley, one drive, and they had been moving the ball, and then all of a sudden they hit a stretch where they had like penalties on 3 straight plays. Kind of killed that drive, and all the momentum that they had left when that happened.
We didn't see a lot of penalties in our game today. In fact, probably you had a lot of people saying you thought there could have been more penalties thrown.
That's unusual.
Yeah, it really was.
Cedrone awaits the shotgun snap. Somebody jumped early, and I think they might have got the 5 yards back as Frontier might have jumped off sides. We'll watch the man in the white hat and see what he says. Offside against Frontier. So in essence, those are offsetting penalties.
All we did was just keep moving the ball a little bit, and we're going to start this one over at 1st and 10.
Yeah. 1st and 10, Williamsville North from the Frontier 41-yard line. Handoff goes to Donovan. He'll run to the right, cuts through a hole on the far side, and gets about 4 yards on first down. Kendall Donovan, the workhorse for North, carrying the load here. 14-0 Frontier. 8 minutes to play in the second quarter. 2 touchdown passes. Matthew Suzuki to Conrad Ring and to Vinny Monaco. The one to Monaco, about a 60-yarder. Huge play there. There's the snap, the handoff, a very short gain. It was a much smaller back that time, so it had to be our man Davian Furby. Donovan is much bigger. Donovan runs kind of straight up for a guy that size, doesn't he?
Yeah, but he finds the holes. Exactly. It's almost like he runs straight up till he turns, makes his turn to the hole.
That's a good description.
So Dennis Sardo wanted to remind me, because I did talk about Dick and Chefs. I can't leave Sorrentino's out. It is Dick's favorite place. And he's got a plaque right there at Sorrentino's, too.
3rd and 6 from the 37. Back to pass. Cedrone throws. It's caught. And working hard to get the first down. Looks like he got it.
Yeah,
he got it.
They gave it to him.
Kyle Preveno, I believe, on the reception there. So it's a first down for North.
I think it's Bill.
Bill? Okay, my bad. Yeah, thank you. Player above him on the roster is Kyle.
Kyle Finn.
The way I see, 1st and 10 at the 30 for North. Spartans driving.
They drove the last
yes,
time,
they
too.
Did.
They did a very good. And, again, they're running the ball. They're using the clock. They're doing all the right things.
And they'll come back to Donovan. Donovan tripped up after a short gain. Kendall Donovan takes it to about the 25-yard line for North. He's second down. They'll spot it actually at the 26, where it'll be second down.
I mean, think about that. Ball doesn't come out. This could have been a tie score, and then it was Frontier trying to go down and take the lead 14-7. But it was a fumble right at the 3-yard line right there, and it was a total change of possession. But Will North did move the ball. And remember, they started on the 20-yard line, so they went almost 80 yards to do it.
And there's another trick play coming to the near side and being shoved out of bounds is Ben Carr. So the double handoff doesn't really pay off the way North had hoped.
Yeah, Sean Gallagher sniffed that one out. It was 21, comes up with a big tackle right there.
And that's the second time they've tried it, and the second time it didn't work. And I think it was the second time it was Gallagher who sniffed it out. So that'll bring up, well, the down marker on the far side says third. So scoreboard says 4. Well, I'm going to go with the down marker. It says 3.
You can't do that in the box, though. They can hear us.
Oh. Well, because I relied on the scoreboard the other night. There's a pitch to Donovan running to the far side, and he's going to be stopped just shy of the first down. Looked like he had first down yardage, stopped, tried to cut back the other way, and that's when he was caught. And there's a flag on the play. Let's see what this is. Holding against Williamsville North. So the play is coming back, and they'll do third down over again. That will back them up to the 33-yard line, where it'll be third down. 3rd and 13 for the Spartans. So penalties have hurt North a little bit. Frontier seemingly has played a really clean game in terms of penalties.
4:20 right now left in the first half.
14-0 Frontier. It's a pass. Cedrone lets it fly. He's got a man, but it's overthrown, incomplete, intended for Frank Tamaro on the near side. Cedrone showing his big arm there, but he couldn't connect. And that will bring up 4th down for the Spartans.
I think they're definitely in the area of the field that you'll see them go for it here.
4th and 13 from the 33-yard line for Williamsville North. Empty backfield for Cedrone. Back to pass. He runs to the near side. He's got a little room to run, but he's going to throw it deep toward the end zone. Caught by Tamaro for the touchdown. And Williamsville North is on the scoreboard. 14-6. Great run and throw by the quarterback and a great catch by Tamaro to beat the defensive back into the end zone.
Looked like there was a little fight almost for the ball there as they were fighting for position. And he absolutely, Tamaro wins position right there, gets the ball, and then the touchdown.
So Max Obie will look to add the extra point and make it a 14-7 game. So North has moved the ball all night. That's the first time, though, that they've hit pay dirt. Ooh, the bad snap. The kick is up, and it is good, and it's a 14-7 game in favor of Frontier with 3:59 to play in the first half. Great drive by North.
Even the first one, like I said, was a great drive. They went 77 yards, so they're absolutely moving the ball. Both teams been very effective moving the ball. Will North using that running attack and then adding right in there a couple key passes. Both teams have done it with the run. And then what they did is based on the run, when you saw it, opened it up because of the run. You're starting to look more for the run, opened up the passing game, had some key passes that have led to huge plays for both teams.
Well, Gallagher and Monaco doing the bulk of the running for Frontier, and it's been mostly Donovan for North carrying the load for them. And Suzuki has 2 touchdown passes, and that's the first of the day for Cedrone. So now we'll see if Frontier can answer. The Falcons scored on the first play of the second quarter. So at 11:50 of this quarter was the last time I think the Frontier offense touched the ball. Did they have another drive after that? Because it's been a long time since Frontier had the ball. That was a great drive by North.
No, so
They scored on the one play, and this is that's what I thought. One play in the quarter, and it was a 60-yard touchdown pass. So that was a really impressive drive by North.
But again, all done by the run. The more that you run, the more you control the clock, the more you control the game. And that's exactly the thought here of Will North. But their D now has to come big. They haven't stopped Frontier yet. They need to come up with a big stop defensively.
Obi will kick it off. It'll be taken by Gallagher, far side, 20, 25, still on his feet. Finally knocked out of bounds at about the 35 or 38-yard line.
That's a second nice return. He had a good return to start off the game, too, there. 2 good returns there.
1st and 10 for Frontier. They lead it 14-7, 3:52 to play in the first half. A crisp spring night here in Western New York. Feels like a crisp October night.
We got a game changer right here. Kennedy to Swan for a Trojan touchdown as Southwestern takes the lead from Fredonia 10-6 right now. And for those of you baseball fans here, apparently there was a benches clearing brawl, or the benches clear in the Cardinals-Reds game too.
Oh, man. I hope nobody gets hurt on those, and I hope nobody was thrown at. But usually it starts over somebody a little thinking a pitch came a little too close.
Or they got hit, or somebody throwing the bat some way because they hit a home run and didn't like it. So
years ago, I was watching the San Diego Padres and the Atlanta Braves, and there was a pitcher named Ed Whitson, and there was a bean brawl. And watching it on TBS, I was actually afraid for those guys. And the benches emptied like 3 times, and there were big-time punches being thrown. That was scary. And when a baseball comes flying at your head about 100 miles an hour, it can't be comfortable. Oh, look at this. The guys here. Oh, here's the play at the plate. Oh, and the Reds runner. If that was the NFL, they'd throw a flag for taunting. And they didn't, and that's when the bench is empty. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. You guys are right on top of this here. You're amazing.
We're all a team. We're here for you.
I appreciate that. It's nice to know. Wow. So that was not a pitcher throw. It was a play at the plate. That's how that started. Anyway, back to our game here. Took a little detour there.
it's all right.
1st and 10 for Frontier at the 39-yard line.
Hey, we still got it back to start the playoffs, so we're in good shape here still.
And there's a handoff going straight up the middle. Plenty of room to run. Can they get him and haul down at that 34-yard line? About the 35-yard line is Hayden Carter. Big run there by the fullback. Huge run. And there we go again, Tom. Another big run.
Yep. Senior fullback, right? 5'8", 185-pounder. But you've seen it. It's running. It's that hard run. That was straight up the middle, up the gut, makes some huge hole happen. That's due to the offensive line creating that hole.
And he gets the ball again, and he's only got about a yard that time. And he's brought down by Jake Bruno from North. So it'll be, if they give him the yard, which I think they will, they gave him 2 yards, 2nd down and 8 for Frontier at the North 35-yard line.
Right now we're coming upon the 3-minute mark left inside the first half right now.
So 2nd and 8 coming up at the North 33-yard line. Suzuki hands it off to Carr again. And there's not much there that time. Carter got to maybe 2 more yards, perhaps. We'll see how much they give him. Well, our man on the scoreboard says he got 2, 3rd and 6 from the 31. So, this, if they want to run a little play action here, or it's a good spot for a pass too, they've set it up with a couple of big runs. We've got a timeout on the field taken by Frontier. The Falcons lead at 14-7. Both the Frontier touchdowns, in fact, all 3 TDs in the game have come through the air.
Even though both teams run the ball way more than they've passed the ball, they have just been key passes that have been opened up because of the run game. And both teams running the ball very effective today. Both teams going up and down, using their lines. Their lines have been huge today. Both offensive lines stepping up and making sure that they're creating gaps, creating holes for these running backs to run through.
And you can bet that when the players wake up tomorrow morning, they will feel that they've been in a football game. It's been that physical on both sides of the ball for both teams.
And remember, we've talked about this in a couple of the other broadcasts too. It's been 10 practices. That's all they've experienced, right? This may be the hardest hitting they've seen so far in any of the practices. Not because coaches aren't getting them ready. It's just because the intensity picks up, right? The heart rate picks up a little bit more. The excitement level picks up a little bit more. And now they're hitting and they're going hard at each other.
And essentially, really, it's the first football they've played since the 2019 season, because COVID wiped out last season, which is actually this season, if that makes any sense.
I got where you're going with it.
3rd and 6 from the 31. Suzuki under center. And he'll pitch it to the near side, and tackled maybe for a loss is Monaco. Looks like he lost a yard or 2.
Mike Catanzaro steps up big there on that play.
So it's 4th down. They said no gain, so it's 4th and 6 from the 31. And Frontier will go for it, although Austin Lippert does have a big leg. If you were watching him kick before the game, you're like, wow, who is that kid?
Well, I'll tell you, if it comes down to where it's 4th down and there's not much time out, you may see him try to kick a field goal.
Suzuki back to pass, rolls to the right. The lefty throws, it's caught, and the officials say it's out of bounds and incomplete.
The ball had come out. It looks like the ball came down is what it was, as Ring was trying to make another fantastic play with his feet trying to stay in bounds. He does a fantastic job on the sidelines, and that's how the first touchdown came, as he was trying to keep his feet in bounds there.
So North will take over on downs, trailing 14-7 with 1:34 left in the first half. Be 1st and 10 Spartans at their own 31-yard line. Ring very nearly with another great catch. He did a great job keeping his feet in bounds, just couldn't hang on to the football.
But Will North comes up with their first stop. It's the first time they stop here, Frontier, from scoring. They've got 1:34. Can they do something to try to tie this ball game up?
Antonio Cedrone at quarterback. Got an empty backfield. And North was a short a player, it looks like, and they finally get everybody in position. Cedrone rolls to the right, throws, caught by Donovan at the 40, and he is tough to bring down. Frontier finally brings him down at about the 43-yard line. So Donovan not only running the ball, but catching the ball. That's a 1st down. And we get whistles. And a timeout taken by the Spartans with 1:26 to play. Well, from the North standpoint, they have plenty of time to try and tie this game up. And they've been running so well, as Tom pointed out, that will really help the passing game here. And, wow, Kendall Donovan is having a night.
It doesn't matter whether it's I'm going to go out for passes, I'm going to run the ball, I'm going to run it up the middle, I'm going to run to the outside. He's run it all over the place and has been big. And you're talking about a sophomore that's out here doing this too.
Yeah, that's my old theory. If you can play whatever the sport is, you can play, and they'll find a spot for you.
Yep. But they also found him a spot at one of the key spots out on the field.
That's true, at a skill position spot. You're 100% correct. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Williamsville North, the Spartans are back lined up and ready to get the play off, and the Falcons are now beginning to come out. Sardoni back to pass. It's a screen. Oh, and Kendall Donovan couldn't catch that one. Sardoni might have been under a little too much pressure to make the kind of throw he wanted to, and they couldn't connect. Had Donovan been able to hang on to that one, he had some real estate in front of him.
Yeah, he had at least 5-6 yards as a gap to the next player, and it would have said him in the open field would have been dangerous to see.
That's being kind to dangerous, right? That'll bring up 2nd down and 10. So the Spartans tried the screen, and Frontier with the big pass rush there, and I think that might have affected the throw.
Southwestern scores another touchdown on an interception that was returned to the 1. They're now up 17-6 versus Fredonia.
2nd and 10. Sardoni back to pass, rolls to the right. He points, he throws all the way across the field. Intercepted, or is it incomplete? Yeah. Let's see.
They're still fighting over it.
Who's got it? They're fighting for the ball. Let's see. Where's the man in the white hat? North is pointing like they have it. And I think they're going to give that to North.
They are. First down.
First down for the Spartans. So that was a great play by both players.
You got to give Tomorrow. It was Tomorrow there, I think, 42, wasn't it?
I think so. The man who caught the touchdown.
Yes, I think that was him that came up big as he actually wrestles and takes the ball away.
1st and 10. Little screen, little pass, knocked down by the Frontier defensive lineman, number 50, Conrad Christen. That's our guy. That's at least the 2nd or 3rd big play he's made there, and that'll stop the clock and make it 2nd and 10 from the 39 with 49.8 seconds left in the first half.
Christen almost. I'll tell you, if that was going to be a turnover and if that was going to be a fumble out there and not an incomplete pass, he was going to take that the rest of the way, and that would have been a defensive touchdown right there.
Yeah, he was a little bit like J.J. Watt last year against the Lions on Thanksgiving Day where he tipped the pass up and ran it in. Of course, it wasn't from that far out, but J.J. Watt also did that to the Bills in the E.J. Manuel era, I believe, in Houston.
So 49.8 seconds left in the first half.
14-7, Frontier. 2nd and 10 from the 39. Sardoni back to pass. He throws. It's tipped and incomplete. Couldn't bring that one in. And the incomplete pass will stop the clock with just under 45 seconds to play in the half. It'll make it 3rd and 10 from the 39. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince and Russ Battaglia on camera tonight on a beautiful night for football at Frontier. Big play here, 3rd and 10 from the 39 for the Spartans. And we've got the officials saying timeout, Frontier. So the Falcons take a timeout, and both teams will head over to their respective benches for instructions from the coaching staff.
It's been a great one so far, and you've seen is for the first 2 drives of the game, Frontier has scored on both their first 2 drives. Will North stops them for the first time on the last drive that they have. Will North actually has scored on one of their possessions, went 77 yards on the other possession, fumbles it on the 3-yard line on a center quarterback exchange, trying to do the quarterback sneak to get a first down. Frontier took it, went 97 yards in for their touchdown.
Incredible drive.
Right? And now you're talking about Will North trying to get their first stop and turning into points to see if they could try to tie this game up to go into halftime. But it's been a great game as we've seen a lot of running in this game and then some key passes based on the runs. This drive, though, has been different for Will North. Have we seen more of the pass from Will North? But that's just been because of the time that's here, and they don't want to, because the run of the ball will kill the time. So they obviously are passing the ball more because of the time on the clock and the time that isn't in their favor right now to end out a half.
You know, poetic justice would say this game should probably be tied at halftime the way these teams have played, because it's been a slugfest.
Yep.
3rd and 10 from the 39 for the Spartans. Back to pass. He throws. It's caught on the far side, and it hit immediately after making the catch. I'm not sure who caught that.
Oh, I was going to say Vinny Monaco was on the tackle.
It was a big hit.
I think it was Catanzaro who made that catch, 26, Mike Catanzaro.
Okay, good call. It's a little dark for me on the far side of the field, so I couldn't read the number. We have another timeout on the field. Wonder if I could ask the guys here at Frontier, can we turn off the lights in here? Thank you. Thank you very much. You guys are a team. You take good care of us. I appreciate it. Now I can see the field a little bit better. I'll have a little trouble reading the numbers on the sheets in front of me, but everything's a trade-off, right? 4th and 4 from the 33.
33.5 seconds left.
Oh, there we go. See? Use my cell phone, and I can light up the rosters. Hopefully that light doesn't bother anybody. So 4th and 4, the Spartans will bring the offense back out onto the field. Cedrone, empty backfield for him. Back to pass. He comes to the near side. He's running. He's got some room to run, but he'll throw deep toward the end zone. Caught. Touchdown North. It's Donovan. Kendall Donovan. Great play by Cedrone and by Donovan. And it's a 14-13 game on the 33-yard touchdown pass.
Looked like it got tipped a little bit, too, in there. So, unbelievable play. Cedrone rolls out, almost looks like he's about to get hit. And then who comes up big again? Yep, it's Donovan right now. As he comes up big, now he's playing receiver. He's done it as a receiver. He's done it from the running back. He has been huge this game.
And Obi will try to tie the game up here with the extra point. Still 23.9 seconds left in the half, so the Spartans will have to kick it off. Kick is up, and it looks like it's good, and the game is tied at 14. So now Obi will kick it off to Frontier, and the Falcons will see if they can answer. They do have a 61-yard touchdown play. It was the first play of the second quarter, and they didn't get the ball back till much later in the quarter because North has had the ball for much of the quarter. Tied at 14, and there's a Frontier player down on the field inside the 5-yard line where North just scored, so the trainers will attend to that player, and hopefully it's nothing serious and he can get up and rejoin his teammates in the game.
Listen, you said it perfectly. The way this game's being played, you would think it has to be a 14-14 game. And there you go. Will North comes up big. It is 14-14 now. 23 seconds left. And we got this just bodes for an incredible second half right here.
It does indeed. The Spartans are back out onto the field as Obi will get ready to kick it off, and the Frontier player is still down inside the 5. I can't see a number, so I can't identify the player.
I like that he just put his head up.
Yeah,
right
I like
there.
that. I like that too. And now the rest of the Falcons are getting ready to come back out onto the field.
You wonder, is he stretching him out? Is it a cramp? You know, that's what you're hoping it is as
Right.
they're trying to stretch him out there.
Right. That's what you hope. He's still down.
Nope,
And
they're
now
gonna
he's
get him
up. That's number 60.
I don't think we have a 60 on there.
Well, it looked like it was 60, didn't it?
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Okay, well. I don't see a 60 on the blue roster either. But the young man. There's a 60?
Yeah, there's a cross out here, and I think that's 60.
Oh, Riley Lepsch?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. I'll give you this one back.
I don't need it.
Okay. Thank you.
He's Riley Lepsch for some reason.
All right. So Obi will kick it off. Gallagher and Monaco, the deep men for Frontier. And there's the kick, and it's going to bounce. It'll be picked up and dropped by Monaco. Now he's running on the far side, still on his feet at the 20, at the 25, at the 40, at the 30, at the 20. Monaco takes it all the way back for the Frontier touchdown.
But it's coming back.
There's a flag on the play?
There's a flag right at the 43-yard line.
Oh, I see the flag. Well, a great play will go for naught unless that's on. Nope, it's on Frontier. It's a holding penalty. So the Falcons looked like they had the lead momentarily, and a penalty will wipe out the great kickoff return by Vinny Monaco.
I'll tell you, you have a feeling this is going to be coming. They had two great already kickoff returns that have come in, and you thought they were just one player from breaking one out. And you can see is they have return capabilities right here. Better watch out. That's something Will North is going to have to look at halftime to make sure they clean up those special teams, to make sure that doesn't happen, especially to start off a second half.
So the penalty is being walked off now. It'll take it all the way back to just beyond the Frontier 30-yard line, take it to the 33-yard line of the Falcons. So they went from taking the lead to being back at their own 33-yard line. 8.8 seconds left. And I'm going to take a wild guess that they'll just kneel it down. There's the snap. There's the kneel down, and that will bring the first half to a close. At the end of the first half, it is Williamsville North 14 and Frontier 14. Tom and I will be back with the second half after this break.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
.300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? to defy age, or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do. Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
.300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf. That's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics. Call our Buffalo office today for an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs. WNYathletics.com is the premier high school sports website in Western New York, providing the best sports coverage of Section 6 and Monsignor Martin leagues. Check out our page for daily game recaps and late-breaking sports news. Our online scoreboards are updated in real time. Never miss a goal or touchdown. Visit WNYathletics.com today or follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube.
Welcome back to Frontier High School. I'm Stu Boyer along with Tom Prince, Russ Battaglia on camera, and Dave Skelly doing an outstanding job on the PA for Frontier. The Falcons will kick off, and they will be kicking to the goal on our left, and North will be trying to attack the goal to our right. It is 14-14. All four touchdowns came via the pass, and Tom, they were mostly set up by the run game.
Yeah, that's exactly been the key so far today, no doubt about that. And it will be what has to happen at halftime. Two things. Who's going to stop the run? Who's going to be the first one to figure out how to stop or slow down the run, right? That's going to be number one. And two, Will North also had to talk about we've got to make sure we're better on special teams because there is going to be an opportunity for Frontier to break one. They almost did it in the first half, and they got to make sure that doesn't happen.
So Austin Lippert will kick it off. His first kick of the game was a touchback. He's blessed with a big leg, and he's made both extra points. There's no doubt about either one of those two. He will kick it off. Back deep, Davion Furby. And Kendall Donovan for North. Now the whistle blows. And Lippert will put his foot into the football. The kickoff will be caught by Donovan, and he'll have it go off his hands into the end zone, and it will be a touchback for the Spartans. So once again, Lippert with a big kick, and the Spartans will start out with the ball here in the third quarter.
That no doubt is going to be a weapon for Frontier this entire season, to be able to take away the threat, the special teams from another team, and to be able to make sure that they're starting at the 20-yard line. That no doubt is an advantage for Frontier.
I had a great chat with Austin's dad, Steve, before the game. Interesting young man, Steve is. Very nice man. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 20-yard line as the second half gets underway. There's the handoff to Donovan coming to the near side, cuts it back, cuts to the outside, got a little room to run, and he's finally brought down after about a 10-yard game. Kendall Donovan doing some fancy cutting back and turning that into a positive play.
Sean Gallagher was the one on the tackle. He's been big defensively, Sean Gallagher. We have called his name multiple times today, and he's been big defensively for Frontier.
So the chains move. It's 1st and 10. Now at the 30-yard line.
So Will North picks up right where they left off with the running game.
It's a pass coming to the near side.
Nope.
And apparently he was down when he caught it. The knee was down. Bill Preniveau.
No, they actually said the ball hit the ground.
Oh,
Incomplete
hit the ground. It was
pass.
incomplete?
Yep.
All right. Incomplete pass. Yes, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd down. I thought they were saying his knee was down. Well, it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 30. Don't know if he would have had room to run anywhere. Second and 10. Furby and Preniveau split to the near side. There's a pitch to Donovan on the far side. Donovan got about 6 yards before getting knocked out of bounds at about the 36-yard line on the far side of the field.
Tell you what, we're going to see Donovan yards at the end of this game, and he's going to put up some big numbers. There's no doubt he's put up big numbers so far in the first half, and just took right off in the second half where he was in the first half.
Well, one thing that's missing, and it was credited with a 5-yard gain, is, again, because of COVID, I don't know where the statisticians are, but they're not located, at least in this part of the press box. So 3rd and 5. Hand off to Donovan. Goes up the middle. He's not going to get anything that time. The Falcons throw up a blue wall, and he's stopped well short. Don't think he gained anything on that one. It'll bring up a 4th down play.
So what will they do? Do they punt here? Do they go for it? I'll tell you, I was shocked when when I covered the Maryville-Dunkirk game. Both teams, if this was a Maryville team right now, they went for it and came up big multiple times at 4th down, even at this spot. And they're going to punt it away.
Sardoni, the quarterback, looks like he'll do the punting. And there's a flag in the backfield of Williamsville North. An illegal substitution against North, so that'll back them up 5 yards. And that'll take the ball to the 31-yard line. Well, North will punt it from there. 9.5 minutes to play. 3rd quarter, still tied at 14. Frontier has not had the ball yet here in the second half. Snap. Kick is away. It's a high kick, but very short. It'll bounce. Takes a Frontier bounce, actually. The kick went almost straight up in the air, took a bounce, and came to rest at about the Williamsville North 47-yard line, and the Falcons will have it 1st and 10 at the Spartans 47. So not exactly the punt they were looking for. Nonetheless, now they'll have to play some defense. Tied at 14, here come the Falcons. Matthew Suzuki at quarterback. And he'll hand it off and getting some running room and getting inside the 40, down inside the 35. The ball popped out. Let's see. Nope, Frontier's got it. Good solid running by Hayden Carter. I don't know why I thought it was actually Carter getting a few extra yards when I said I thought the ball came out. That was my bad. Great run there by Carter. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line.
He's a beast. He really is an aggressive back, and you can see he gets everything, every yard, every inch. He really is a great runner, very hard runner, downhill runner.
1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. And the handoff goes to Monaco, and there's nothing there. Well, that could have been a piling on penalty on Donovan there. That play was over. The whistle had blown. not Donovan, on 44, Jake Bruno. No flag there. It just seemed to me like he came flying into the pile. So that'll make it a 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line.
So Stu, at our other game, we have a halftime score as Southwestern has 24 unanswered points as they lead Fredonia 24-6.
That game at Southwestern?
Yes, it is.
And there's the handoff to Carter. Breaks into the clear. And Hayden Carter all the way down inside the 5 to about the 2-yard line. Another great run by Hayden Carter.
Clayton Drew Deeds with the touchdown saving tackle right there at the looks like the 3-yard line.
So now Carter doing for Frontier what Donovan has been doing for North, being the workhorse back. That's 1st and goal from the 3-yard line for Frontier.
He's running everything right between the tackles, right up the middle. He is aggressive.
And there's the handoff to Carter. And he's in for the touchdown. Hayden Carter gives Frontier the lead back. Carter does, and that'll make it a 20-14 score in favor of the Falcons. So Austin Lippert will come on to add the extra point, trying to make it a 7-point game.
Boy, Frontier definitely. Great halftime there. Comes out the first drive, count and score, all behind the running plays.
Of Hayden Carter mostly. Some
That's
terrific
exactly
running. Kick is up. Looks like it's good. It is good, and it's a 21-14 lead for Frontier with 7:26 to play here in the 3rd quarter. So Hayden Carter doing some great running for Frontier.
And everything right up the middle. It's almost like tackle me if you can.
That's a good description.
And that's exactly what he's done, and they just weren't able to tackle him, and he just really put Frontier on his back in that drive and said, I'm going to run you down and we're going to put points up on the board. So now the question is, Will North has to answer here. What is their answer going to be?
Well, Lippert will kick off for Frontier. We've seen him with at least 1 touchback on the day, actually 2.
Well, think about this, too. Where did they get the ball? They got the ball, right? Special teams. Look at the difference in special teams today, what Frontier has done and how special teams has played here. He's going to kick off. He's going to send it down, try to put it in the end zone, make him go 80 yards then again, versus Frontier gets the ball at the 46-yard line of Will North, and what they do, they take it right in on a short field. Special teams has been right now a huge win right now for Frontier and a huge advantage for Frontier.
So the Falcons taking advantage of the short punt. They turn that into a touchdown. They lead it 21-14 with 7:26 to play in the 3rd quarter. Austin Lippert preparing to kick off. And he booms another kick. This will be taken by Donovan at the 5, at the 10, at the 20, at the 25. Cuts up the middle, and he's down at about the 27-yard line. We got a little battle that should draw some flags. I would think it would at about the 30-yard line. And maybe that'll be a let-them-play scuffle type thing there. A couple of players doing a little pushing and shoving. No flags that I can see. And it'll be 1st and 10 for North.
So on the stop there was number 11, Jerome Schwarsaw, and number 44, Jack Novak, were on the stop there.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Spartans at the 26-yard line. Maybe they'll call that the 27. 1st and 10, Williamsville North. They trail 21-14, 3rd quarter. They did one of those double handoffs and getting about 4 yards on the handoff are the Spartans.
It's Catanzaro, I think, is who it handed off to there.
It was either him or Furby.
Yeah, you see he's been in the backfield. Catanzaro's been in the backfield for...
Well, they did the double handoff again. There's a handoff to Donovan, and Donovan will go forward for 2 or 3 yards before he's stopped by the Falcons defense, and he'll bring up a 3rd down for the Spartans.
Christen actually comes out with the ball. Did you see that? He had the ball in his hands there and is going, wait a second, I got the ball here.
And the officials did not take the bait. But good try. You know, that's always when the ball comes out, even if the whistle's blowing, if you pick it up to the 30, run it into the end zone just in case.
Never know.
Right, exactly. So it's 3rd and 3 from the 35 for the Spartans, trailing 21-14 here in the 3rd quarter. And there's Cedrone going to keep it himself, and he's going nowhere. The Frontier defense shoves him back all the way to the first one of the sticks on the far side, and we'll see where they spot the ball. Probably give him forward progress, but no gain there. He ran into a brick wall. The Frontier defense playing stout, to say the least.
Especially to start off this 2nd quarter. 2 big stops right here as they're going to get a chance to really hopefully give themselves a bigger lead right here.
So Williamsville North will punt it away. Quarterback Cedrone doubles as the punter. Kick is up. It's a better kick than last time. Still a little short. It'll bounce at about the 50. Hits a North player and will be downed at the Frontier 42-yard line. So Sean Gallagher never had a chance to return that one. And that may be a good thing for North, the way he's returned kicks. Done a great job.
Yeah. And you can see here it is the special teams. Who's winning the special teams battle and the
field position
battle, and you've seen it. It's been Frontiers won that battle today, and that's one of the reasons for their 7-point lead.
21-14 Frontier, 5:01 to play, 3rd quarter. 1st and 10 for the Falcons at their own 45-yard line. Suzuki at quarterback. And he'll hand it off. And going up the middle with some great running is Hayden Carter again. He got about 8 or 9 yards there. Hayden Carter becoming the workhorse for, it looks like they're going to give him a 1st down. 1st down. I only thought he had 8 or 9 yards, but he got more than 10. 1st down Frontier. Great run by Carter. And it's Carter, C-A-R-D, not a T, so it's Carter, not Carter, in case you were wondering. 1st and 10 from the North 45 for the Falcons. And there's a handoff going on the far side is Vinny Monaco, and he's got about 6 or 7 yards. So Frontier now moving the ball on the ground. We've seen what they can do through the air too, so the good, strong running game is making them that much more dangerous.
And as they keep running the ball, it's going to open up those passes, because what you do is you put more people in the box to stop the run, and it's going to open up that pass game, and that's exactly why we've seen Frontier be effective in both facets of the game.
2nd and 4 from the 39. And the handoff is to Carter. Carter still on his feet. Carter still going inside the 25-yard line where he's finally brought down. It'll be 1st and 10 Frontier. Another 1st down run by Hayden Carter.
Tell you, Carter's listed right now at 185 pounds, and I tell you, he runs the ball like he's 220. He really does.
He runs hard. He's a senior fullback and linebacker, 5'8", 185. Runs hard. You're right about that, Tom. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line for the Falcons. Suzuki rolls to the right. He throws deep downfield and knocked away, incomplete, almost intercepted, and almost caught. That one was tipped by the defensive back. Ring couldn't get a hand on it. But somebody from Williamsville North, the defensive back, and I honestly couldn't see his number, made a great play to knock that one away.
But then it almost went into the hands of Gallagher, who was on the ground, and Gallagher almost caught it too.
Well, that would have been fitting for tonight, don't you think?
It would have been apropos, no doubt about it.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 24 for I think is probably the only second first down pass of the game. The other one was a 60-yard touchdown. Well, there goes Carter again. Carter, near side, Carter over the pylon.
No, he's down.
He's down at the 1.
No, he's down at like the inches where he is literally right inside.
Well, I kept waiting for that official to make a signal, and he kept pointing to where he was down. So Carter with another big run. It'll be 1st and goal for Frontier.
Yeah, they see how they put it inside the 1. It's at the half-yard line.
Yep. Well, when he got the pylon, I thought that would have been 6, but there was no signal, so obviously it wasn't.
I expect this to go right back here.
And number 34, yeah. 1st and goal. And there's a handoff to Carter. Touchdown. Hayden Carter with the Frontier touchdown. And that'll make it 27-14. Falcons with 3:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. Well, this half for Frontier is all about Hayden Carter. Some spectacular running. And Austin Lippert will come on to try and add his 4th extra point of the night.
So from what I understand, I don't think Frontier's had a winning season since 2013. I'll tell you right now, they're making a statement. Say, AA conference, watch out. Frontier is for real, and you need to make sure eyes are wide open for us.
Do they play Jamestown and or Lancaster or both this year, do you know?
Well, Jamestown members in the A conference now. They're not a AA anymore. So they will not play Jamestown. They're double A's. Frontier's a double A. Jamestown's an A.
Oh, that's correct. Well, the kick is good. It's 28-14 Frontier with 3:01 to play in the 3rd quarter. I can't imagine Jamestown is an A school.
Which is why you also saw why they won so big yesterday. They had to take on Hamburg yesterday, and it just, wasn't even a close game. I want to say it was 47-0 before Hamburg scored their first points. And, Jamestown, like I was telling a couple people on a couple of the broadcasts I've been on, I would have picked them probably to win the double A's this year with Lancaster, right? It would have been Lancaster, Jamestown. I think those two would have battled out in my eyes that I would have seen. Now you drop them to A's, and I don't know who is going to step up. Early on, what we saw from West Seneca West today, they're probably the answer to see if West Seneca West will match up with Jamestown. Seems to be the two teams that are the most likely to get there, no doubt about it. But who knows at this point, right? Still early in the year, but those are the teams I would pick definitely to be there in that final game.
Now, Tom Langworthy's had a great program down there for a long time. No, I was under the impression that almost all of Jamestown's team was coming back.
Yes.
And yet, and of course, the classes, it goes by enrollment.
Correct. So it's got nothing to do with how good your team is. It's about how many people are enrolled in your school. Bed numbers is what, you know what I mean, ultimately what it is. And number of people that are in there, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's how they delineate who's in what class. It's just based upon the numbers that are in your school.
Davian Furby and Kendall Donovan await the kick from Austin Lippert. There's the kick, and it's another touchback as Lippert booms it into the end zone. It'll be 1st and 10 North at their own 20-yard line, down 2 touchdowns. But if I remember correctly, they were down 2 touchdowns in the first half too, and came back to tie it at halftime. And in reality, their ground game has been great and helped keep them in the game, but now they have some work to do here. First and 10 at the 20-yard line for the Spartans. Antonio Cedrone at quarterback. Kendall Donovan's been the big workhorse. And the quarterback will keep it himself, and he got buried after a 3-yard gain. Well, someone from Frontier laid a big hit on him. Might have been Tyler May. Kind of planted him. Got 3 yards and not a cloud of dust, but whatever turf would get. And I guess it's fair to say he got a taste of the turf after a short run. Gain of 2, 2nd and 2 from the 2nd and 8 rather from the 2nd and 7 from the 23. They gave him 3 yards. There's a pass on the far side. It's caught. And that'll be a first down, and driving forward on the far side for a couple of extra yards is Tomorrow.
So here is Frontier's 5 games. They'll take Will North on as they are today. Then they'll take on Hutch Tech at home. Then they go away. Last 3 games are big. At Clarence, host Bennett, at Lancaster.
Ooh, that's a tough schedule. Well, anyway, it's 1st and 10 from the 35 for North. And there's a handoff to Donovan. Donovan gets around 1 man, maybe 2, and gets out to about the 39-yard line for a gain of about 4. Kendall Donovan doing some outstanding running for North.
Here's Will North's schedule. As obviously at Frontier today. Then they'll go at Bennett, then host Lancaster, then host Orchard Park, and then host Niagara Falls.
2nd and 6 from the 39, both schools with tough schedules. Cedrone throws, pass tipped up in the air, and it falls incomplete. So North getting a bit of a break there that the tip pass was not intercepted. And that'll bring up a 3rd down, 3rd and 6 from the 39. So one of the Frontier linemen got his hand on the ball and tipped it. So it'll stop the clock with 1:22 to play in the 3rd quarter. 28-14 Frontier. Second half has been all Frontier. They've scored twice. It was 14-14 at halftime. So 3rd and 6 for the Spartans from their own 39-yard line. Tomorrow coming in motion, coming to the near side. He's on the near side with Furby, empty backfield for Cedrone. He rolls to the far side. He throws it, and if it was intercepted, it was out of bounds. And he made a decision there that maybe he could have run for the 1st down. He was running to the far side and put the ball up when it seemed like he was getting close to the 1st down. But it's easy for me to say sitting up here. And it'll bring up 4th and 6 from the 39, and the Spartans will most likely punt it away.
This could be a big possession right here. Frontier scores and goes up by 3 possessions. That's going to be tough right now.
Sean Gallagher back to return the kick, standing at about his own 32-yard line. Cedrone waiting for the snap on 4th and 6. Special teams, as Thomas said, has been an issue for the Spartans. There's the snap. The kick, a much better punt. That's an outstanding punt. Fair catch called for by Gallagher. And that Frontier will have the ball at about their own 34-yard line. Now that was an outstanding punt.
Yeah, definitely much better. So here's your AAA conference to give everybody a quick rundown. Clarence, Lancaster, Orchard Park, Frontier, Will North, Bennett, Hutch Tech, Niagara Falls. The 3 games that have already happened, Clarence wins 52-10 over Niagara Falls. Lancaster wins 34-8 over Bennett. Orchard Park wins 43-2 over Hutch Tech.
So some pretty lopsided games. 1:08 to play in the 3rd quarter. Handoff to Hayden Carter again, I believe. And it's a short gain for Frontier. Well, if the Falcons want to work the clock here, they certainly can. They've got a 2-touchdown lead, and they've been playing. Their ground game has been great, especially here in the second half. No gain on that play, 2nd and 10 from the 35-yard line.
And Stu, because we bought up the A1 conference, which is where Jamestown is. That's now Grand Island, Jamestown, Ken West, West Seneca West, Hamburg, Lockport, McKinley, Niagara Wheatfield. Remember, Lockport used to be a AA school too now. So Lockport and Jamestown go down to the A1.
I get it's about enrollment, but Jamestown, what a program they've had down there. 2nd and 10, and here's the pitch to the near side to Gallagher, and Gallagher is spun down after about a 3-yard gain. He stayed in bounds, so the clock will continue to run, and that will most likely be, in fact, that will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. So at the end of 3 quarters, it is Frontier 28, Williamsville North 14. We're back with the 4th quarter after this short break.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Why do you exercise? To look better? To feel better? To drop a few pounds? To train for an event? To defy age? Or to keep your ability to say yes to the things you love to do? Whatever motivates you, G&G Fitness Equipment is here to get you there. Treadmills, ellipticals, rowers, bikes, home gyms, and accessories. We'll pair you with the right equipment, teach you how to use it, and be there every step of your fitness journey. G&G Fitness. Your goal is our goal.
Call 835-WOLF. Remember, you calling the Wolf, that's all you had to say. Call today.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
First, 3rd and 10 for Frontier at their own 39-yard line here as we start the fourth quarter. Back to pass is Newski. He's throwing deep downfield, and the pass is broken up, intended for Conrad Ring. Broken up on the far side. No flags on the play, so it'll be 4th down for Frontier. Good defensive play by the defensive back on the far side. Might have been Jake Folster.
So we have a new score update from Southwestern Fredonia, as Southwestern now is a 31-6 lead with 7 minutes left in the third.
A lot of blowouts. I'm grateful that I got to see the close competitive games. The game this afternoon, and now Austin Lippert will come on and he will punt.
I think this is a big defensive stop for Will North, no doubt. Now Will North looking to get some better field position than they've had and try to get themselves back on the scoreboard in the second half.
Well, Derby and Donovan are the deep men. There's the snap.
Oh,
he's going to throw it. It's a fake. The pass is caught, and Frontier has a first down and then some. Lippert throwing it to Nathan Kaiser, the junior wide receiver. And it's a first down for Frontier. The Falcons keep the ball. Special teams coming into play once again.
No doubt when you circle who wins what side, that's got double circles and stars over it for Frontier, as they have come up big in special teams today and is one of the big differences in this game.
So it's 1st and 10 Falcons at the north 41-yard line. Huge play there to keep the drive alive. Lippert with a great throw. Kaiser with a strong catch and run. Run after the catch. Suzuki hands it off with plenty of room. Coming down the sidelines is Monaco, and he's in for the Frontier touchdown. Vinny Monaco goes 41 yards for the touchdown and make it 34-14. The huge fake punt leads to a touchdown. And now it must be an injured player because all the players
right
are taking
here up
a
at
knee.
the 27-yard line.
And I can't see who it is.
It's a Will North player.
So hopefully he's okay. All the players stopped celebrating the touchdown and all took a knee as they come to the aid of the North player.
I think it's Furby.
22?
Yeah.
Davion Furby. And he's up. And just stretching his legs out a little bit as he'll go back to join his teammates in the end zone. But I think he has to go out for a play. And now Lippert will try to add the extra point and make it a 21-point lead. So Lippert showing off his skills tonight. Great job kicking and a great pass there to Kaiser for the first down on the fake punt. 34-14 Frontier. 11:36 to play in the fourth quarter. Suzuki will hold as Lippert tries for another extra point. And that one is blocked. That's the first missed extra point of this game, and the score remains 34-14 with 11:36 to play in the fourth quarter. So somebody from North sneaking through there and blocking the extra point kick. Well, either way, a huge touchdown for Frontier. It's a 20-point lead, and you can't emphasize just what a big special teams play the fake punt was. They did a great job of selling that. And Lippert took the ball through the pass, and Kaiser did the rest.
So give some more scores while we wait here for a minute. Grand Island with a 21-14 win over Lockport.
Oh, they beat Lockport.
Yep. Jamestown with a 47-6 win over Hamburg. Ken West with the 2018 win over McKinley. And West Seneca West with the 56-15 win over Niagara Wheatfield. And that's your A1 division.
Was that the 6 touchdown game?
Yes, it was.
And do you know who had the 6 touchdowns? Because that was an incredible game. I shouldn't put you on the spot like that. It's not really fair.
Simmons.
Isaiah Simmons, is that his first name?
Yes, I think that's who it is. Yeah, Isaiah Simmons, 5 touchdowns in the first half for West Seneca West in that one.
And then 1 in the second for the 6 touchdown game. Going almost Jarrett Patterson like UB's running back did last fall. So Austin Lippert will kick it off. North looking for something positive to happen.
Then we can go over some more of the scores later, too, as we can go down to some of the other divisions.
So there's the kick, and it'll be caught at the 10-yard line by Serdoni, who's spun around by one man. The quarterback returning kicks on the far side, still on his feet, still running at the 40, at the 50. He's on the other side of the.
Said he stepped out of bounds.
Stepped out of bounds.
Yep.
All right, so he didn't quite get it across midfield, but that's a great return by quarterback Antonio Serdoni. And it'll be 1st and 10 North. We'll see exactly where they spot the ball, see where he did step out of bounds.
Looks like the 33.
Well, that's going to cost him about 15 yards. Didn't hear any whistles blow or see the play stop. That's a good 15 yards. Closer, almost 20 yards from where he wound up. So it'll be 1st and 10 Spartans, their own 33-yard line. North with a big hill to climb. They're down by 20 here in the fourth quarter. And it'll be Serdoni with an empty backfield. And he's looking to pass, rolls to the right, points. Still running. He's got a first down, and he's knocked out of bounds or knocked down at about the North 48-yard line, so he'll move the chains as the quarterback doing some serious running here.
And Conrad Christen right there, big on the tackles. He makes the tackle right there. We've called his name multiple times today. He's been big defensively for Frontier.
1st and 10 at the North 48-yard line. 34-14 Frontier. And now, Donovan in the backfield with Serdoni. It's a pass. Serdoni looking to throw. He throws. And it's caught by Jake Bruno for a short gain. Be 2nd down. Maybe 5 or 6 yards on the catch. 2nd and 4 from the Frontier 45-yard line. Serdoni hands it off and running hard forward for a North first down. See who comes up from the bottom of the pile. It was 33, Ben Carr. So Carr getting a carry there, and he gets a first down at the Falcons' 41-yard line. Now the clock, a big factor for North, Less than 10 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. They're down 34-14. Antonio Sardoni at quarterback. Kendall Donovan lined up next to him in the backfield. North going to the air a bit more on this drive. There's a handoff to Donovan. Takes a big stick as he crosses the 40-yard line. Jack Novak, one of the players to hit him. A short gain there. And he'll bring up second down. Maybe gained a yard, if that.
The clock just keeps ticking as we're coming up on the 9-minute mark now.
Yes, it does. 3rd and 9. They gave him a yard on the play. 2nd and 9, excuse me. They gave him a yard. I tried to take away a down. Sorry about that. I would never do that. Sardoni, back to pass. He's got time. He throws on the far side. It is caught and spun to the ground after a good gain is Isaiah Alston. Still short of the first down. It'll be 3rd down now.
Nice tackle by number 11, Jerome Schwarzat. 5'10", 150-pound junior.
So North not exactly rushing to get the plays in and getting to the line of scrimmage. You'd think there might be a little bit more, look like there'd be a little bit more of a sense of urgency, but I guess they have to make sure they get the play right. And there's a handoff and going nowhere. I mean, there was nothing there. The Frontier defense, very stout there, throwing the running back for no gain. Ben Carr perhaps on the carry. And that'll bring up 4th down. 4th and 1 from the 32-yard line for North. And they really need this first down to keep this drive alive. 7:45 to play, 4th quarter, down by 20. Let's see what they do here. The Spartans come to the line of scrimmage. And you can hear the fans stomping on the bleachers underneath us. Actually, it's a really good sound to hear. It means fans are coming back. Spartans, maybe trying to get them, the Falcons to draw them off sides, because it doesn't look like they're going to snap the ball. It didn't work. And Will North is forced to take a timeout. 7:12 to play in the 4th quarter. Huge play here for North. 4th and 1 at the Frontier 32-yard line. And you have more scores? Go right ahead.
Yeah, we can go through. So in the E1 division, where we've got South Park, Sweet Home, Will South, Ken East, Will East, Amherst, North Tonawanda, and Star Point, we had South Park winning 38-13 over Star Point. Sweet Home winning 21-7 over Amherst, and Will South winning 36-15 over North Tonawanda. So definitely big there, as Ken East and Will East didn't have games in conference there. Let's see, Medina won big over Newfane, 50-0. Tonawanda won a tight one in a low-scoring matchup, 9-6 over Wilson. Eden North Collins won 28-0 over Gowanda Pine Valley.
Now here we go for 4th down for the Spartans. It's a quarterback sneak and pushed forward, and we'll see where they spot the ball.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting spot right here.
And they're going to measure that. I haven't seen any indication that it's a first down. It's got to be close. Looked like he had it, but we'll see. See if they bring out the chains.
Yep, they're bringing them out.
Yep, they're gonna measure this one. There was one measurement at the Kenmore West McKinley game this afternoon, and it was so close it took about 30 seconds for them to decide that McKinley had stopped them on the 4th down play.
We must have had 5 or 6 chains in the Bennett-Lancaster game. We thought that all they wanted to do was measure every single time.
Well, let's see. See if Frontier has come up with the stop, or if North, let's see how it is. They'll stretch out the chains here. It's very close, whichever way it goes. And Frontier has held. The Falcons stop the Spartans on 4th down. They take over on downs at their own 32-yard line. So Frontier with a big defensive stop on 4th and 1. 7:04 to play, 4th quarter. Frontier up 34-14. And it's fair to say the Falcons are in complete control of this one.
No doubt, and I expect to see right now, we should see nothing but a lot of Hayden Carter the rest of the way on this one, as Frontier's going to just try to use as much clock as they possibly can.
1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line, leading by 20. Matthew Suzuki remains in at quarterback. And he will hand it off to Carter, I believe, and there's nothing really there that time. But the clock will tick, and that's what Frontier wants to do, is use that clock. 2nd and 10. And the Falcons will take as much time as possible between plays. And there's no reason for them not to. 6:30 to play, 4th quarter, as the Falcons come to the line of scrimmage. A couple of first downs here would really help them put the game away. There's the snap. There's the handoff to Carter. And Carter will gain about maybe 4 yards there to bring up 3rd down. 3rd down for Frontier. So there's a 3rd down play. They'd like to keep the drive alive, keep working the clock, and keep moving the ball. See if the Spartans can come up with a stop here.
Just went under that 6-minute mark right now.
5:55 left in the 4th quarter. Second half has really belonged to Frontier. They've outscored them 20-0 here in the second half. North has not gotten into the end zone since the 2nd quarter. There's a pitch on the far side to Gallagher, and he's going to be stuffed for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. So North comes up with a big defensive stand, and it'll be 4th down for Frontier. Now, the last time Frontier faced a 4th down, they ran a fake punt. They have Austin Lippert, who can obviously throw the ball. He's a quarterback, the junior. The junior kicker is also a quarterback. And he threw a great pass to Nathan Kaiser, who caught it and ran for the 1st down on a 4th down play, and that led to the most recent Frontier touchdowns. Touchdown, I should say. Donovan, the deep man for North. Furby up a little closer as Lippert gets set to punt it away. There's the snap, and this time he will punt it. It'll bounce at the 40. Still rolling, taking a friend. It touched somebody, I think, but the ball is down by Frontier at the North 31 or 32-yard line.
I thought that may hit a Will North player right there.
I thought so too, but they didn't say. They said no. So it'll be 1st and 10 North at their own 32-yard line.
With 4:34 left in the game, listen, we got through the first weekend. We're actually out here playing football. We're finishing up here the last game. We're getting through Western New York. We got football back. It's here. I'm so excited for these kids. I'm so excited for these seniors. They're getting their moment that they deserve, and I'm just so excited to see us playing football.
Yeah, it's just so good that there's any kind of season. 1st and 10, empty backfield for Sardoni. Takes the snap. Throws off the fingertips of his wide receiver, incomplete. Mike Cannizzaro, the intended target that time. And it'll bring up 2nd and 10. And it does stop the clock with 4:32 to play. So North up against it on the scoreboard in terms of the score and the time remaining in the 4th quarter. They have a huge hill to climb. Sardoni will have an empty backfield again. 3 split wide to the right, including Donovan to our side, the near side, so that would actually be the left. Back to pass. He's running on the far side. He's got some room to run and is knocked out of bounds at about the 41-yard line. We'll see where they spot it and whether or not they move the chains. Well, the chains are moving, so that's a first down. And I think he got out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock too with 4:24 to play in the fourth quarter. A strong showing all night for Frontier, really in every phase of this game. North has had its moments. They've run the ball very well for the most part. Special teams has really hurt them. Here's Sardoni, back to pass. He rolls to the right. He throws. It's caught on the far side.
Out of bounds.
But it's incomplete because he's out of bounds. Ball was caught, but out of bounds, so it's an incomplete pass. The clock stops with 4:19 to play.
But this is a huge start to the season for Frontier. I've talked about them. Their JV teams, their modified teams that have been a feeder to the varsity have been very strong the last couple of years. You knew they were about to have a big team, and this is the first game that they're out here showing it.
Well, they've had a strong showing tonight. Sardoni, back to pass. He throws, and that one's incomplete. Intended, I believe, for Mike Cannizaro. And that will bring up 3rd and 10. So Frontier looking to go 1-0 on the young season. And where's Frontier next week? Do you have that? I know you went through the schedule before, but
Frontier. Yeah, we had it up.
Sorry.
That's all right.
I'm always asking Tom to do these crazy things because I can. This is 3rd and 10 from the 41 for the Spartans. Down by 20. Here's Cedrone. Back to pass. He throws. Incomplete, intended for Donovan. Throw was a little high. Donovan went up to try to get it. Might have gotten a hand on it, but couldn't haul it in. And it fell to the ground harmlessly, so that'll bring up 4th down for the Spartans.
Frontier will play Hutch Tech next week at home, so they'll be here. And Hutch Tech comes off a lopsided game against Orchard Park. So, we'll see what happens here. But Frontier right now will be looking to go possibly 2-0 with a win here with the next 4:09 completing this game.
Well, the only good thing about that drive for North was the incomplete passes stopped the clock, so they still have a little over 4 minutes. But unfortunately for them, they have to punt the ball away. There's a high snap brought down by Sardoni, and there's a really strong punt that'll bounce at the 42-yard line, and it will roll and be down by the Spartans at the Frontier 30-yard line. So Frontier's last drive, I believe, was, if it wasn't a 3-and-out, it was pretty close, and they didn't do much with the ball. So now the Falcons will try to run off some clock. First and 10, Frontier at their own 30-yard line. We've got Furby doing some stretching at about the 43-yard line. Looked for a moment like he was down and injured, but he was just doing some fancy stretching. And he's just fine, apparently, staying in the game. Now he has his hands on his hips as he awaits the play from the Falcons. And Austin Lippert now in at quarterback. So Lippert's 1 for 1 passing tonight. A pass to Kaiser on the fake punt. Lippert is a junior. And he will hand that off, and running up the middle, getting good yardage all the way down inside North territory.
It was Novak,
Jack
wasn't it?
Novak. Big run there by Novak. And let's see, he might be a little slow to get up.
Novak has been big on the defensive side of the ball where we've been calling his name today. And there he is. Now it's time for him to come on the offensive side and do some damage.
Well, we saw that happen at Will South the other night with Ostrowski, Aiden Ostrowski. Probably the most prominent defensive player that we've seen, at least I've seen this year, going over to the offensive side. But unfortunately, Novak is up and walking off the field under his own power. Big gain there. It'll be 1st and 10 Frontier at the north 43-yard line. About a 37-yard gain there for Novak.
The clock keeps ticking as we now have 3:40 left in the game.
Yeah, well, this is exactly what Frontier wants to do. I don't think they'll let Lippert throw it, but he's shown that he certainly can. Probably just going to hand it off to Carter would be my guess. He's been the man for them, especially here in the second half. Oh, and the pitch comes to the near side, and spinning and gaining a few yards is Clayton Drew Deeds for Frontier. So Drew Deeds gets a few yards, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Maybe a 3-yard gain there. 2nd and 7 from the 40-yard line. 3 minutes on the nose left in the 4th quarter. And Lippert brings him up to the line of scrimmage. He's under center, waiting the snap. Lippert will hand it off to Carter, and he'll get a couple of yards going straight up the middle. And more importantly, perhaps than those 2 or 3 yards, the clock continues to tick. 2.5 minutes to play. It'll bring up 3rd and 4 from the 32-yard line. So Lippert getting into this game as a kicker. He's had a great game as a kicker and has a pass completed on a fake punt for a 1st down. Now getting some snaps at quarterback. And there's the handoff and stopped short of the 1st down. I believe that's Carter again. And there's always one of these players with the big white glove pointing like they got the ball going the other way. And it's like, no, you didn't. It never came out. But you can keep pointing. That's okay. That'll bring up 4th and 2 from the 37-yard line.
We got 125 and ticking right now in this game, and it looks like Frontier will walk away with their first win, especially in a brand new field. The way to kick off the season, this is exactly what Frontier wanted and needed.
So Lippert under center. And I believe he took that himself, and he's got a 1st down. So 1st down Frontier as we're under a minute left in regulation.
And Novak came back in the game. So Novak was in there, and he was pushing him right there the way to be able to make that a 1st down.
So Lippert gets the 1st down, and Frontier calls a timeout. 1st and 10 at the north 30-yard line. So let's see what the Falcons have up their sleeves in this timeout. It's pretty clear that Frontier will win this game up by 20 with 49.3 seconds left. That would be what you'd call a miraculous miracle if they found a way to somehow win this game. So Frontier is just apparently going to run out the clock here. You see the players beginning to celebrate a little bit on the sidelines. You can see them clapping and the fans clapping. And of course you can hear the fans stomping their feet on the bleachers. I'm assuming you can hear that. We can hear it and we can feel it. As both teams come back out onto the field, the Frontier players urging the crowd to make more noise. 49.3 seconds left. Frontier on the verge of their first win of the season. An impressive performance by the Falcons. Lippert will hand it off, and not much there for Jack Novak, who's back into the game. And now we're under 40 seconds left. Well, I'm sure Rich Gray's going to be very happy that he got a lot of players, a lot of snaps in a big win. Obviously, he's happiest about the win, but he got some players, some snaps that might not have been expecting it. Under 20 seconds to play. This will most likely be a kneel down. And Lippert will take a knee. And that should bring this one to an end as the final 10 seconds go off on the clock. Frontier celebrates. North walks back dejectedly to their sidelines. It was 14-14 at halftime, and it was all Frontier in the second half, Tom.
It really was. They made the halftime adjustments, did great defensively, stopped Will North from scoring, did exactly what they wanted to in the running game. This is a big win for Frontier. No doubt they're sending a statement to the Double A's saying, do not count us out in this conference. We're going to be right here in the end.
So the final score from Frontier, the Falcons 34, the Spartans of Williamsville North 14. For Tom Prince and Russ Battaglia, I'm Stu Boyer. Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed tonight's broadcast. Have a good night, everybody.